This is my Q&A video that everyone has been waiting on me to release for about half a year now. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I'm the worst mom ever. I actually recorded a lot of this months ago, back when it was going to be a 300k Q&A video, and it is now a 400k Q&A video. Thank you so much for that, by the way. I was not expecting to suddenly get that many subscribers out of nowhere. Thank you so much. Just as a little disclaimer, there are a couple answers in here that are a little outdated, especially the one about my favorite meme, cause you know how the meme market changes basically every week. But I decided to keep them in there cause of, for posterity. But yeah, I'm so sorry for leaving you all hanging and taking so long to finally release this. It turned out to be much more of a mammoth project than I thought it was going to initially be, because you guys sent in so many questions and I had to go through a lot of them and narrow it down to the most important ones, I guess, because otherwise I would be here for like 3 hours rambling on, but you know. If you've seen my posts in the little community tab thingy on my channel, you've probably already been aware of this, but for anyone who doesn't know why it took me so long to get this video out is because when I first started working on it, I had started my process of moving all the way to the other side of the country, from Indiana to Washington State, and it was a huge change for me, and that took a lot of preparation. I was just kind of a giant ball of stress rolling down the street like some kind of horrible anxiety katamari collecting worries and fear. I had visited Seattle last year to meet up with my friends at SakuraCon. I cosplayed 2B and I was extremely awkward, but I had a good time. And before then, I was kind of entertaining the idea of moving there, but getting to visit there really cemented it for me as being the place that I want to be. And I like it a lot here, and even though initially I was really scared since I've never been this far away from my family before, it took months for me to settle in and feel comfortable, but now it just feels like I belong here and it's really nice. Would recommend. Another big change was that I got 2 cats back in May, and I'm probably just gonna use footage of them for the background of this video because they're so cute and good. They're about 6 months old now, and the one with the pink nose who looks like she's judging you is Kieran, spelled C-I-A-R-A-N. My veterinarian always has such a hard time with it and I feel so bad. And the bigger one with the dark nose is Knight Artorius, or Knightley for short, because his name is a bit of a mouthful. And he is a very sensitive boy. I love them so much, and if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I post pictures of them almost every day, and it's been so wild to see how much they've grown over the months. I'm so proud of them. And another very cool thing I'm excited to talk about is that I was cast in an indie game called Pop-Up Dungeon, which is a papercraft style roguelike game with a ton of characters. And the character I play is Gosselin. She's like a super cute goth lady who's obsessed with candy. And I might upload footage of my role to show everyone because I had so much fun voicing her. But yeah, you'll be able to hear me in a video game very soon. It's so crazy. I'm so happy. I feel like I'm finally going places, and it's so surreal for me that my dreams are starting to come to fruition, so to speak. Bearing lots of fruits. Very delicious, supple fruits. The other thing, oh god, there's a lot of things, I'm so sorry, that I've been majorly busy with over the past few months is recording vocals for my friend's new music project. It's called Magic Circuit, and we're releasing an EP with 8 tracks. I think 8 tracks. Most likely within the next month, since there's only one song left for me to record, which will be kind of sad to wrap that up because I had so much fun recording for it. But if you've seen the music video for the song Witch that I uploaded here a little while ago, that's one of the songs from it. And I'm pretty much losing my mind with excitement because there's so many good songs I'm featured on that I want people to hear. Oh god, my mouth is full of spit. Help! But I will keep you updated on how the release of that goes, and I'll definitely be uploading more songs from it to my channel in the near future, so I hope you will enjoy them as much as I enjoyed singing them. This video is probably not going to be very interesting, but hopefully it'll be something nice to put on in the background to chill out to. Regardless, as you can tell, I am not the most eloquent person and I ramble a crap ton, so bear with me. Okay, and for the first question, a lot of people asked, how did you get into voice acting, or why voice acting, or what inspired you to get into voice acting? And well, when I was little, I played a game that a lot of people have heard of called Final Fantasy X, and it had a huge impact on me in many ways, and it's still my favorite game ever. I can talk about it for hours. But when I played it for the first time when I was 8 years old, I had never played a video game that had full voice acting in it before. So I was really intrigued by whoever was behind the characters, giving them the voices that made them so special to me. So I went on my family computer and searched the names of the actors and actresses and found out that in addition to being in this game that I loved a lot, they had voiced just this huge range of different characters from cartoons and movies and other games, and I thought it was so amazing that one person could bring so many unique characters to life with just their voice. And after that, I started dubbing over cutscenes that I just downloaded off of fan sites, and it took like hours and hours because it was still dial-up internet. And for my microphone, because I didn't have one, I just used a set of really crappy earbuds that I just plugged into the microphone jack of my computer. So the quality was probably the worst it could possibly be. But I just remember having Windows Movie Maker or something open and being so blown away when I matched up the clips of my voice to the cutscenes on the screen, like, whoa, look at me, I'm this character, I'm doing Yuna's voice, or I'm doing Riku's voice, or maybe I'm doing Waka's voice. I also found these old videos of interviews with the Final Fantasy X English dubcast, and it was really inspiring to me to see how Hetty Burris and James Arnold Taylor talked about how attached they got to voicing their respective characters in the game, and how they really seemed to become a part of them in a way. I thought that was really special. I remember thinking, I really want to give a character a voice one day and have that be a character that somebody out there really relates to or thinks is cool or something like that. I could be a part of someone's experience with a show or a movie or a game that they love a lot. And that's part of why voice acting is so exciting for me, is because I want to make people happy and inspired just like I was when I was that 8 or 9-year-old girl sitting in front of the TV just in awe of the characters that I loved and all the different voices that brought them to life for everybody. Okay, and for the next question, a lot of people asked, why Nyanners? Why did you pick the name Nyanners, and how did you come up with it? And, I think my channel has had the name Nyanners for about 7 years now. God, I'm really old. When I actually started my channel way back in 2010, I was friends with some people from an anime chat room, and they're actually the people who encouraged me to upload my stuff onto YouTube in the first place, because I was really self-conscious about showing people my silly fan dubs and singing stuff. My name on that chat room was Nyan something because I wanted to use the most obnoxiously cutesy name possible, and I like cats. And at the time, I would eat bagel sandwiches like every day for lunch, and it was kind of a dumb inside joke that I liked bagels. So my first YouTube name was Nyan Loves Bagels, with love spelled wrong, cause I'm so quirky. I was like 15, please don't bully me. But sometime down the line, my channel got taken down with false copyright strikes, cause that was a huge problem back in ye old YouTube days. So when I made my new channel, I asked my friends what name I should go with, and we all decided on Nyanners. Nyanners. I'm sorry, that's a really boring origin story, but now you know! Michael Sanchez says, when did you start liking anime? And what are some of your favorite animes? I think my introduction to anime was watching Sailor Moon on Cartoon Network when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I was a big fan. Sailor Saturn is the best, by the way. Also Sailor Venus and Sailor Mars. They're all good, but those are the best ones. But it took me a while to actually start watching a bunch of different shows and really get into anime, you know? I think when I was 12, I discovered how to watch all the anime that were currently airing in Japan by using streaming sites. I'm sorry. And I got really hooked on Death Note. I remember waiting for a new episode to come out every week and being in so much suspense all the time. And I would read the discussion and speculation about what was going to happen on a bunch of different forums. It was really fun and interesting to follow all of that, the community aspect of it. I think that's the show that really kickstarted me on watching a ton of anime and getting really into the whole subculture. And after that, I watched Baccano, and I loved that a lot. And it's still one of my favorite anime. And some of my other favorites are probably Toradora, because it's an amazing romance show. Don't listen to anyone who's crap talking on it, because it's great. Just watch it if you haven't. It's so lovely, and I just love it a lot. And Cromartie High School and Golden Boy are my favorite comedy shows. You should definitely check those out if you haven't seen them yet, because they're classics. They're masterpieces. There's 20 other shows I love a lot, but those are just the ones that come to mind right now, because I'm really bad at answering what my favorite things are, because I have too many favorite things. Remington M says, do you do anything to warm up your voice before recording, vocal exercises, etc.? And I don't really have any kind of set routine for warming up, but what I like to do is I come out to my recording space and I'll just sing some karaoke for a little bit to just loosen up a little. And it's also just really fun. Or if I'm in a hurry, I'll just hum a bunch and maybe do a few of these lip roll things, that kind of thing. Yes, I am very professional, as you can see. Devil Knight Project asked, any tips for voice acting? I am by no means an expert on this, and I'm even still learning new things about voice acting to this day, and I've been doing it for several years. But I think the most important thing to remember is to not focus so much on the voice that you're doing. It's the acting part of voice acting that really matters in the long run. Even with super exaggerated cartoon voices like SpongeBob or Bugs Bunny would fall flat if there wasn't a sort of structure of fundamental acting underneath the silly voices. Acting is kind of like the bones and muscle of a performance, and the voice is like the skin. Oh god, I had to put that in the creepiest way possible. And a lot of people's perception of voice acting is that it's doing voices, air quotes, or like how many funny voices you can do or imitate. But it's much more than that. You have to remember you're voicing a character, and any character is more than just how their voice sounds. There's complexities in how they speak or react to various situations and how they carry themselves, just like in screen acting. And another misconception is that voice acting is just talking into a mic, like I'm doing right now. But it's actually pretty physical, and a lot of actors who put a lot into their performances move around or basically flail around in the booth to give their deliveries that extra believability that it wouldn't have if they were just standing there kind of flatly speaking like a statue. Sometimes when I'm recording sounds like, for an example, a character is punching or attacking, making sounds for that, I'll literally punch the air. So it sounds like there's actually some exertion there, which definitely looks ridiculous, but hey, it works. Like, ha! I almost punched my microphone off the table. Need to go back in my cage. But yeah, I guess my main tip is take acting classes. Take a theater class. I took one in school and it was pretty helpful. And also study other voice actors that you like and copy their techniques and see what works for you. Good luck on your voice acting journey, and I hope you have a lot of fun with that. Lil Sprout asks, favorite essential oil smell? I'm gonna have to say lavender is my favorite. Blakey Coon asks, what is your favorite color and do you like it on? My favorite color is purple, and I guess I do like it on, but strangely enough, I don't really own that many purple clothing items. I guess I have a couple purple colored dresses, but most of my clothes are actually mostly black and gray. Maybe I'm a goth. That Man the First asks, out of all the games you've played last year, what was the most disappointing and which was the most interesting? I played Horizon Zero Dawn and Persona 5, and I can't really remember off the top of my head what other games I played, but those were definitely the most interesting. I really liked Horizon Zero Dawn. I thought the whole concept with the robotic mecha dinosaur type creatures was really unique and executed super well. It always felt really cool when you like stumbled upon a new robot monster thing and you're like, whoa, what the hell is this? And I really enjoyed like all the different ways that you could kind of hunt them down and fight them, or you could even like turn them against each other and make them fight each other, or you could convert them over to your side and ride around on a robot dinosaur if you wanted to. So that was neat. And I loved Persona 5. I think Persona 5 was probably my favorite game of last year, because I'm a big Persona fan, and that was probably one of the best installments in the series yet, in my personal opinion. Please don't bully me. It just had a really good cast of characters. I love the story and all the new game mechanics and stuff that made it a lot funner to play, and just, yeah, I love Futaba. She's so cute. But the most disappointing one, I would have to say Destiny 2. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I tried to like it. I just wanted to run around and shoot space monsters with my friends, and that's pretty much what I got. But whenever I tried to play it, I would just end up getting really sleepy. I don't know what it was about the game. It was just lacking this certain something that would get me really engaged in it, and I would just end up getting really drowsy every single time. Ivan Rivera asks, do you read books often? Yes, I do. I really like to sit in bed and read a book under like 20 different blankets in the winter. It's really comfy. A book I actually just finished reading is The Disaster Artist, and it's basically this like tell-all book written by Greg Sestero, who played Mark in The Room, and it's all about how just one of the worst movies in history came to be, and like all the mysteries behind Tommy Wiseau and what happened during the making of the movie and all the drama amongst the cast members and stuff like that. It's very interesting and I definitely recommend reading it. Undead Gaming asks, who is your favorite DDLC Doki Doki Literature Club girl? Just Monica.